Welcome back to the Tool Crib. Today we're going to be looking at a product that was sent to me by a subscriber. Now, Vince sent me this a couple of months ago, and to my understanding, he sent it out to a couple of other channels as well. Now, I made a deal with him that I would purposely not look up anything to do with this because I wanted it to be a surprise. So this is kind of one of the very few times that I've ever done a true unboxing. I don't know what's in here other than the little hint that he gave me, which this is going to be a piece that replaces some of the accessories on the Leatherman Crunch, so the internal tools. So let's get this baby open and we'll check out and see what it is. We'll be figuring it out for the first time together. All right, so this is Spartan Seal Customs, Vince Watson. He has his Facebook page there, facebook.com/Spartan Seal Customs. That's very nice. Those are nice cards. And let's see, we got quick reference. I'll read those in just a second. Let's take a look and see what we got here. Get that open. Oh, nice. This product is a collab between myself and a friend, Devin O'Rourke. I came up with the idea of a folding hammer for the Crunch and gave him a rough sketch along with all the measurements, and he 3D modeled the first iteration. I then 3D printed a few prototypes and made corrections by hand, and then made a new 3D model myself. After everything was good, I sent it off to PCB Way, I think that's what that says, to be 3D printed in 316 stainless steel. It arrived very rough, so everything is then cut, drilled, and filed by hand, sanded, and finished. This is my first real invention product. So it's not perfect by any means, but I am very proud of it, and I think it would be very cool, and I hope that you would like it as well. A lot of thought and hard work went into it. So this is a nice little, this is really nice. So what we have here, let's get this, let's see if we can open this up without ripping up that too much. I kind of want to save the figures there. Let's see if we can get this to pop off. There we go. Not too bad. And we'll get this baby popped out of here. Oh wow, that vacuum seal in there is really well done. There we go. Okay, so this replaces the internal tools on the Leatherman Crunch. I'll tell you what, let me go grab my Leatherman Crunch real quick and we'll see how it fits in there. Okay, so off camera, I went ahead and got my wrenches out. I found my Crunch, which was stored away in my luggage because I had actually used it recently on a job site, and when I'd gotten to the hotel, instead of usually where it goes in my truck, I had it stored away in my luggage. So I've never taken apart the Crunch before, never had really any reason to, and I was kind of surprised of all the different shims that are located within the Crunch. Now, honestly, replacing all of those tools with something different is fine by me because I use the Crunch as a supplemental tool for my Leatherman Surge, and really the use that I get out of the Crunch is obviously the locking pliers, but more importantly the little pin vise in a lot of different circumstances comes in extremely handy for me. I don't think, other than just testing, I've ever used the wire stripper. I have used the serrated blade and once in a while the Phillips screwdriver, but the file is a little short. I really don't have a lot of need for the other two screwdrivers, so having the Crunch where it's replacing those internal tools is absolutely fine by me. Now, at first I got this a little tight, and I thought about putting one of the shim washer back in there to give it a little bit more freer movement, but actually it's built to go just like it is, so I just had to loosen up the frame just slightly. So when this thing is folded up, it has plenty of clearance within here, shuts down, and without opening it up, you would never know that it's modified. So when we open this up, we pull the hammer back, and then this portion folds out. Now you close the tool back up, and then you unscrew the screw head, or the tensioning screw for the pliers. You unscrew this out until it just makes contact with the hammer. Go a little bit more there. And that gives you a little bit more rigidity for using it in this orientation. So we're going to go try this out on a couple little finish nails or something to see how well it works. But a couple of things that I
think just right offhand could be improved. Now, like Vince said, this is they're basically prototypes, and I'm sure that he has already gotten some suggestions on how he can refine this a little bit. Two things that stand out to me right away. Obviously, I believe that the roll pin used within here could stand to be a little bit more robust. The second thing that I think might be able to be improved is to make the whole mechanism just slightly longer. So when we close this up, we see we've got about a 1/4 of an inch gap between the pliers and the face of the hammerhead. So by doing that, if he were to do that, he might be able to extend this out a little further, get a little bit more length on here if he wanted to. Of course, I don't necessarily know that that would make too big of a difference. And more importantly to me is the roll pin. Now I could probably shift that over just slightly to get a little bit more out of it. And I don't know if I mentioned this before, but he actually stamped this one in for Texas Tool Crib, which was really cool. I appreciate that, Vince. This is one of the most unique modifications in a multi-tool, especially in the Crunch, that I've ever seen. Now, we're all familiar with, the cheap $5.99 hammer integrated multi-tools, where they are just made of some really crappy stuff, and the tool itself is just not that well built. The hammer function works good, but it's just so incredibly bulky. This kind of turns that concept on its head and relies more on the main tool, and this is more of an auxiliary so that you're not damaging, every once in a while, and I'm guilty of this myself, pulling out my surge and using it as a striking tool. When you could have a true striking tool, this would be great in a lot of different situations. It's not the most robust thing, but, we're talking about multi-tools here. We're not talking about dedicated tools. And to be able to have a striking face like that, I think is really, really cool. Well, let's go try this thing out and see how well it works. Okay, I've got a couple of little finishing nails here, and I just want to give this a shot. That's pretty cool. I must say that I like this little modification. Obviously, it's not going to replace a real tool. Like, it's not good. It's not a 28 ounce East Wing by any stretch of the imagination. But for doing light task, for maybe cracking walnut shells or driving the occasional tent stake, or even driving a little finishing nail like that, it worked out pretty well. I would like to see that the hammer face maybe got extended a little bit more, because when you're working on a flat surface, you really have to be conscious about how you're striking. If it had a little bit more length to it, it would feel a little more comfortable, I think, is how I want to put that. But obviously this is just a prototype model, and for a first batch, I think this is pretty well done. I would like to see a little bit more robust roll pin in there, and extend that length. Other than that, I don't really think there's anything that needs to be tweaked on it. It seems to hold up pretty well. The supports here on the side seem to be made out of thick enough steel. I really don't think it needs anything more. I love that you have that little hammer face on there. It's a real shame that Leatherman discontinued this particular multi-tool. In fact, I don't think I ever spoke on that. Leatherman, they actually commented on a video of mine when we first heard rumors about the Leatherman Crunch going away, and for the first time ever, a Leatherman rep came on my channel and basically dispelled that rumor. And then we find out 8 months later, 9 months later, whatever it was, that they pull it off the shelf and discontinued it. So Leatherman has been pretty disingenuous the last few years, especially when it came to issues with the bond, and then talking about discontinuing this particular and much loved model. Though I get that the sales may not be there. This is a very interesting modification, and it's one thing that I think Leatherman could do with their own Crunch. They could change the internal tools to make them more useful. You can maybe have a fold-out pry tool there, something of that nature, where it would be unique and more valuable to people. But that's neither here nor there. Today we're talking about this cool little modification, and Vince, you did a bang up job with this thing. It's for a first prototype, I think you've done absolutely fabulous. I'd love to hear what you guys think of this. And if you have any comments or suggestions, I know without putting hands on it, it's a little difficult to get a feel for it, but it seems to be pretty well constructed in my opinion. My name is Ben. You've been watching the Texas Tool Crib. I appreciate you taking the time to watch, and I'll see you in the next one.